What's up, people? It's me again, Junkmaster3, and like you've probably figured out, it's time for another horror review. And I did promise you when I made my horror-thon video that I was going to make a review of this movie. So yeah, let's begin right away. I'm going to talk about the Boneyard today, which was a movie which came out back in '91, I believe. This was directed by a guy named James Cummins, and I think this is quite, not underrated, but it's quite unknown. I think more people should know about this movie. The movie starts out with a policeman who needs some sort of help from, is it like some widow who has like lost her children and stuff, and you know, to be honest, when I watched this, I was quite bored in the first half of the movie. Now this feels like I don't remember anything from the movie, but I do. But the first half of the movie is very boring and the editing at parts is really bad, and the acting is not that good either. It's like they wanted you to get to know the characters in the beginning, but it didn't work out anyway, and especially in the beginning, there's like, you can really feel that there's a big lack of any like musical score in the movie, because often that helps the movie to get more atmospheric and more entertaining. But it was just like no score whatsoever, and there was no character development in the beginning of the movie, which was sort of a shame because you didn't really care for any of them. But then, after they started to use the effects in this movie, it got really entertaining. The effects is just spectacular in this. Probably the best thing about the movie, in my opinion. And I looked up some of the cast members after I watched it, and apparently not really that many of them were like famous, except for Phyllis Diller, probably. The rest were quite unknown, if you say so, but yeah, the effects in it is just great, and it gets so awesome towards the end, because probably you can see here on the front that this pool, there's like this old lady, Phyllis Diller in the movie, has this little poodle where she works. I think it was something like that, and the poodle gets sort of infected by some sort of slime or something, and then it gets mutated into this big monster poodle or creature or whatever you want to call it, and that was the highlight of the movie, even though it didn't really show up until like 1 hour or something into the movie, but I would say it's a really well made creature, so you could sort of see this as a like creature feature, even though it is a poodle, or yeah, it is a creature. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I could actually recommend this movie. I mean, it's not the best, not the worst. If you just get past the very dull and boring beginning of the movie, like if you get past that, you will be able to enjoy this movie, because towards the end it goes batshit crazy and just delivers. So I am ready to give the Boneyard a 6 out of 10 stars. But like I said, if you just get past the beginning of the movie, you will be able to enjoy this movie, because it is worth the wait just to see this monster poodle. There's not really any spoilers because you already seen it on the cover art and everything, so yeah, the Boneyard, 6 out of 10 from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it and didn't get bored, and I hope to see you again as soon as possible, so see you next time. Bye bye.